Hello once again, and you're welcome to the ALmedia channel, where we talk about all the things in relation to entertainment, media personalities, and what have you. Today we are talking about a lot of interesting topics, ranging from the likes of Bongo Ideas' supposed arrest to the Ghana Airports Limited Company managing director saga, and all kinds of information and entertainment around the world, including relationships on campus, considering that we've had the latest reports of someone allegedly handcuffing or engaging in kinky sex, so to speak, and then resulting in the death of her Canadian boyfriend. So a lot on today's episode with myself, Kwesi, here with
Najili.
So we bring to you the best in this episode. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us, and we are back from that break, here to discuss what exactly is happening on our social media spaces and in the country as a whole. You know, now, I mean, whatever happens on social media is generally a reflection of what's happening, say, in a country or in a certain space.
Exactly.
And the first news item we are discussing today is the alleged arrest of Bongo Ideas and all the issues that have been rolling over since that particular story came up. What's been happening?
So, Bongo Ideas has allegedly been arrested. That's an information coming from the brother. So somewhere this morning, the brother messaged, Rooney is everywhere is a blogger on Twitter. So from the brother says that his brother, Bongo Ideas, was arrested at exactly 2 a.m. by some social securities. But here is the case, the same social securities are saying that they never arrested Bongo Ideas. But yet, that is where this question comes in. Should we say that Bongo Ideas has not been arrested, or he has been? He
has been arrested. Well, I think it's truly a back and forth issue, and like someone would say, things they happen for Ghana.
Things they happen for Ghana. And then when it comes to Bongo Ideas, we know him for his
some controversy.
You know, right?
I mean,
so I'm wondering, hasn't been arrested? So what?
I think so far, when you check the media spaces or you check comment sections and all that, you get a lot of people giving their opinions. Some opinions are that probably it's just for the hype. You know, Bongo Ideas is in a way a hype person, all about the hype, all about getting to personalities, you know, tagging onto them, you know, coming at them and all that. So it could be the hype. That's one category of people.
But before we move to the hype, what really necessitated arrest? What happened?
Oh, okay. So, well, our news feeds are telling us for the past few days that Bongo Ideas actually spoke about, has actually been in the business of speaking about people openly.
We are aware. That's it.
But it looks like the biggest one was his comments on the First Lady of the country, Rebecca Ekufuado.
Oh, that's nice.
And that just blew the water. So it was like he's speaking about the former First Lady as having done a number of things. Allegations of her losing her first husband, who happened to be the best friend of our sitting president, you know, and then all kinds of allegations that he's put out on his page.
So I have some facts from his post on Twitter.
Sure.
He says that the First Lady, Rebecca was the wife of Akufado's best friend in UK. And he equally wrote that when Rebecca's husband passed on, mysteriously, the president hurriedly arrested him. Then reading it down, you could see that he said, could it be that the president has long wanted to marry Rebecca because she was the daughter of the ex-speaker, the former Speaker of Parliament. But if we should say that, don't you think that it doesn't really sit well? Because our current president's dad was equally
You're a very reputable person in the country. Big six.
So do you think that is why he married her?
No. If it's about, I personally think if Akufo-Addo, our sitting president, married Rebecca, then it was not because her dad was Speaker of Parliament or anything. I mean, it still gives him more political traction and all that, but I don't really think so, because his dad is already in politics, big time politics. He himself was groomed from childhood, so to speak, to be a politician, if you may. So I really don't think that one really holds water. That's what I think, by the way. I mean, our viewers can always leave their comments in the comment section in relation to just this particular one.
So should we say that Bongo Ideas has really been arrested? Or someone is just taking this situation to arrest Bongo ideas. But we don't really have a say on this. We will leave it to you in the comment section. We will be reading.
Right, still rolling on our stories, and our second story for today happens to be in relation to relationships on campuses. So what students are doing on campuses, the kind of amazing things we are doing, so to speak, in the name of relationships, and where it's leading us, all the hormones racing through students and everything. And what has become prevalent is, so to speak, sexual interactions on campus. And then we getting a story of an alleged case where students actually changed her boyfriend, who came all the way from Canada, in a bit to engage in kinky sex, and then it resulted in the death of her boyfriend. Now that's a major situation. What do you think about that?
So before we go into what I think about it, I think we need to know what kinky sex is.
Oh,
so
okay. Sure.
Show more light on it.
So kinky sex is where people are doing some kind of role play in terms of sexual interaction.
Okay.
So sometimes someone can probably play the role of a police. Other one is their partner is playing the role of a captive, someone who's been taken hostage.
So are we looking at, to make it more clear for people who might not know, we can use this movie as an example, 50 Shades of Grey.
Exactly. Typical example.
So if you watch
kinky sex.
50 Shades of Grey, you should know what kinky sex is.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but people are watching. Okay, don't worry. It's fine. That's exactly typical example of, what kinky sex is all about. So the thing is, it looks as if it's becoming prevalent on campuses. Relationships are becoming more and more filled with, say, nudity and all kinds of things.
The
hookups, online hookup relationships. Where do you think they're headed?
As I'm not a student, but I've been a student before. So relationship on campus has to do a lot of things. I mean, if the person understands what he or she wants in that particular relationship, this kinky thing wouldn't be coming into the picture. Because looking at relationship can be built from one stage to the other. But if you rightly or jump into sex, I don't know where this will be leading.
The youth.
Because you see, that is what has led to this particular issue.
Yeah. But the youth is not ready to build anything. The youth is going straight to the point. What do you make of that?
So before that, where did she, how are we the youth getting in contact with these people?
Yeah.
Is it through this social media platforms like Telegram? You go on Telegram and then you see a lot of hookup groups where you get this things from. Why the hookup in the first place?
Okay.
Why should the hookup come into the picture?
In the first place?
Yes.
I think what I'm getting from you right now is the fact that the social media spaces are becoming more and more toxic by the day. So then it's having a direct impact on the students. Because I think also it's because students are in a certain space for just students. So people of the same age group, same age bracket, getting to interact with each other. So then there's more, things are happening.
But is it only the interaction? Don't you think wanting a lot of things, like I want the iPhone, I want the Wii, I want this thing, is that not what is leading to this?
Some of these
sex
things.
and those things?
I definitely think so too. Because everybody's wanting something new. And I think, I think social media, once again, I'm glad we are doing this on a social media space. Social media has its pros and cons.
Exactly.
And I think this is an example of one of the disadvantages of social media in a sense. Because now you have a lot of influence happening on social media. You're seeing someone with the latest Mercedes, you're seeing someone with the latest iPhone.
The C-class.
Exactly. And so then you are pushed to do what you would naturally not have done as a student. So then I think that's where we're getting some of these challenges from. But I think our viewers also know better and will probably be adding to us in the comment section. Because it's truly becoming prevalent. Okay, so now, Jilly, so that's what's happening on our social media spaces. Do you think you would engage in kinky sex with your boyfriend?
Well, why would you throw such question to me? But I don't think I would engage in that yet. I said yet.
Yet, underline.
Yeah.
Okay.
But while you watching this video, do tell us if you want to engage in kinky sex.
Najila, I'm still interested. Yet
Oh,
means
yes.
there's something that will happen, but
Yes,
just
we've not gotten there yet. We're like, yet, you know.
viewers, do leave your comments with us in the comment section. That's what Najila thinks. What I think, I'll give it to you another time. All right, so up to our third story for this episode, and it looks like the managing director of the Ghana Airports Company Limited,
Like the managing director.
has had her accounts, her social media accounts hacked.
Okay.
And now the hackers are using her accounts to actually demand money from her friends, from people who are following her on social media, asking them to send money and all that. What do you think now? This shouldn't happen, but now it's happening. But what do you make of it?
This shouldn't happen, but
Yeah.
this is something that has been happening to everybody, most of us.
Yeah.
So, but it's surprising that like a whole like managing director of this
A
Ghana
huge
Airport.
company,
I mean
yeah.
Ghana Airport. She should be more how do I put it? She should
Knowledgeable as to how to
about
keep
it,
her
you know, right?
accounts.
How to keep it. But then the question, like, has she actually done a two-step verification? Because most especially, they ask you through your WhatsApp. That is the first place they get you.
Yeah.
So they should do
Her
a
verification.
verification.
and all that.
And even if she didn't, the people that are on a contact list, I
Yeah.
mean, she's not just anybody.
True.
So the people on a contact list should be people that are more educated.
Enlightened, yeah.
Like they should know what is going on.
Exactly.
Why would a managing director send you a message,
A
to
message
tell you
to
that,
take money from you.
like, I need money to do this? And
Yeah.
even if she's supposed to do that, there are links that can be done to you. Is it that some of these people do fall for such narratives?
Scams and all that. Well, it's quite a serious matter because, yes, like you said, she's a managing director and people roll with their class of people. So it means that she's probably rolling with a good level of people and they're educated.
Exactly.
So on a regular, I don't think she goes around asking them for money.
I know.
So-
Even if she will, she might be having a specific channel. I mean, one-on-one meeting to ask that, oh, I need this, but not on social.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the Facebook is not even a good idea.
Yeah. True. But I think we come back to the first question you asked, that why did this even happen in the first place? Is it that she didn't do enough verification? Is it that she didn't, follow due process? And I think that's where sometimes our viewers should also be informed that it's not every link you click on, it's not every website you follow.
Not every link you click. I mean, are you listening to him? It's not every link you
at
click.
all. Because some may even be seemingly secure sites, but may not be so secure. So I think a lot is happening on social media nowadays, and we should just be very careful of what we are visiting, what we are watching, where we are getting ourselves into. But I think with this issue of the managing director being hacked, leading to seeking for funds and all that, I think we, the general public or her friends, should also know better that, hey, she's not going to come and ask you for money. If she needs money, she's going to go to, the right channel. She's a managing director of the company, for God's sake. I mean, what bank can't loan her the amount, So
She can't even use a Ghana Airport for collateral.
I was not part.
I said what I said.
Okay, so I think now, in relation to this, I think that all employers should make sure that their staff are well oriented on how to, have good security when it comes to their socials, their mobile devices, their social media accounts. Because once the employee gets into such a situation, the whole company is brought into disrepute. The name is that.
Mentioning, they didn't actually even mention a name for the
mention
disclaimer.
a name.
The managing director of
of the
Ghana
company.
Airport. They use Ghana Airport. You get it?
Exactly.
So yeah, no matter what happens, it affects the company.
It does
So
affect the company.
while you're out there, make sure you are verifying, you are doing your two-step verification on all your socials.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So employers, make sure that you are orienting your staff, orienting your workers, however that may be, on what exactly they are supposed to do to keep everything safe. Because everything they do comes back to you. So far we've had very interesting stories for today. We've spoken about Bongo ideas and all the issues.
Relationships on university campus.
Exactly. And then finally, the managing director's issue on keeping security. So thank you for sticking and staying with us. This has been entertainment on the ALmedia channel, making sure that you are duly informed and entertained about all that's happening. And see you next time.